Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a meme team, more likely here. We have Tapu Lele in the back, we have Tapu Koko in the back, and we have the Walrein in the lead. Of course, this is more like a meme team. You're gonna see the best battles here. Like, it didn't go like too well, to be honest, but I actually had a 4-1 in one set, which was insane. But I had a lot of fun. Of course, those two are like new Pokemon that just got released, and of course we kind of want to try and take a look what they can do in the Ultra League. And together it's of course a little bit difficult, but we had actually some very fun games, and there was like, I think the last one was gonna be like so insane, so stay tuned for that. And here we have our Tapu Lele, which I usually use as a save swap, getting out the Swampert. This is one reason why we have the Walrein in the lead. I also thought of going for the Stunfisk in the lead, or like a Registeel or something like this. Still haven't built my best Registeel, but with the Stunfisk in the lead, like Swampert will have completely swept us. With the Walrein here, we are like a little bit better off. I'm just gonna farm him the entire way down, I think. Here I'm just gonna go for the shield, and this Earthquake will not do too much. We can just farm all the way down. In comes the... what's gonna be? In comes the Garventula again. And the thing with Garventula, actually Tapu Koko is a good counter against it, and my opponent swapped into the Clefable here, which I was like, this is good for me. Like, I can just try to farm all the way down, like try to get some damage on him here, maybe KO him, and then I have my Tapu Koko against the Galvantula, and I have the Brave Bird on my moveset, which would be easily able to destroy him, I think. He goes for Lunge, of course, resisted like every charge move from him, and the Brave Bird comes through. Does this KO? It does. Bye bye Galvantula. Tapu Koko sweeps this game. Very nice. We see the Scrafty in the lead. Very bad lead for us. We're just gonna go into our Tapu Lele, hope that my opponent thinks it's something else, like a Charm user, like a Gardevoir or something like this, but it's not. So they swap out falsely into their Talonflame, and they go for the Brave Bird. I sadly... I think I would have been able to actually farm him down there. I think there was a misplay throwing there, but it doesn't really matter because my opponent wants to shield anyway. Thanks for this, and they double shield, and I am fine with this. I'm just gonna let this go. I believe in my Tapu Koko here. I'm just gonna farm down, see what he has in the bag, and we're gonna see here that my opponent comes into a Trevenant, which is not bad, but also like... it's a little bit tough, to be honest. What I have to do here is I have to try to farm down the Scrafty with my Tapu Koko later. Like, I resist all the moves from the Scrafty on my Tapu Koko, which is very important. And we can go for another Icicle Spear, which from our Shadow Walrein gonna do a lot of damage, puts them into the red health. Can we farm down in time? We get one wall switch through, which is very important. He goes for a foul play, doesn't do half health, so I am fine here, and I can just Brave Bird down this Trevenant. Tapu Koko for the win here, destroying everything over the Brave Bird. And we're gonna see the Melmetal in the lead there. We can go into our Tapu Lele. This is not a good matchup in general. So, yeah, Rock Slide there comes through, and we see the Giratina coming in here, which is fine for us. Like, I don't know why they swapped out. Maybe they expected me to have the Focus Blast. We don't. We go for the Moonblast. My opponent shields, which is fine. And we see the Walrein coming in here now. We're taking this Dragon Claw pretty easily. And I think like one Icicle Spear nearly does like half of his health or something. So I should be able to have a decent matchup here. I have a lot of lag again recently. I don't know when Niantic kind of wants to fix something, but we're gonna catch this move here. That's the Dragon Claw onto our Tapu Koko, does nothing, and we can try to farm him down. We see the Sylveon coming in here. It doesn't really look too good, to be honest, but we can go for one Thunderbolt, doing a lot of damage, but not enough damage. We can go for another Thunderbolt, but I think he just lets it go, and I think he's gonna be able to win this game pretty easily. Yeah, Melmetal in the back. I just have to hope that my opponent maybe, I don't know, like... we have to bait here, and we have to, it's gonna come down to the wire. Like, he has so much energy already, I think. We try to go for the move there. Of course, he gets to his move in time. Maybe he tries to sack swap or something, that would be nice, but we can go for our bait. We should be able to get a Lost Shield from him. Yep, and does he sack swap? He doesn't. We needed one more quick move to get to our Earthquake. We would have lost the MP anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but good game there. Next up against the Whiskey, we have the Shadow Warrain mirror match here, and we're gonna be able to maybe bait him here. That would be definitely a good thing for us, and we're gonna go for the bait, and we're gonna see that my opponent gonna shield it up, which is very good for us because like one Earthquake does a lot of damage. He goes for the Earthquake and we see how much damage it actually does, but we can go for our own Earthquake now. We have the shield advantage, and I might kind of want to farm him down lower, but no, my opponent goes into Arcanine. I'm just gonna swap into my Tapu Lele, being able to go for the Psyshock in time, and we should get him 2 shields down, which is very good for us. My opponent goes for the charge move, and I think he should be able to farm me. You know, it actually immediately KOs me. I thought we could farm me down, but like this just completely destroys me. We're gonna shield our Tapu Koko here, and my opponent shields down. Shields down against Tapu Koko is never a good idea. We have the Brave Bird, we have the Thunderbolt, and we see the Warring coming in. I'm just gonna shield. I don't know how much energy yet, only an Icicle Spear. We just farm down. We nearly have 2 moves stored. He goes into the Typhlosion, and we can go for 2 Thunderbolts, finishing off this match. Good game there, but we actually go for another Brave Bird here because Brave Bird is a funnier move, and this is gonna be a very good game. Also a spicy team on my opponent's part, but double Tapus were just too strong. Oh, this opponent, like I remember this. I don't know, like I feel uncomfortable going into Tapu Koko against the Warrain because I don't know, it feels so weird because it has Earthquake. It already does a lot of damage with the charge move. I think it only needs like 2 Icicle Spear anyway to KO me. I don't even think it's a good matchup for Tapu Koko, so I'm just gonna stay in here, and I should be able to go for an Icicle Spear here. I think he actually goes through the Earthquake. Looks way better for my opponent. We see Peter here, and I lose the Seam Peter, which is very unfortunate. But it's fine. We can go for the farm down. I undercharged completely, and we see the Articuno coming in here. And Articuno is a Pokemon that doesn't really do a lot of damage against me because his quick moves are double resisted, I think. I think it's double resisted. Is ice against ice? Yeah, ice against ice should be resisted. And against water, definitely. So we can take all the quick moves and we can actually get to so many more ice shots. I just go and tell Tapu Lele to take 1 Hurricane and then swap out. I didn't expect him to actually go for the Hurricane, and we see the Swampert coming in. And I overfarmed expecting him to go for the Hydro Cannon now. He didn't, and this game is over. This was definitely a game I could have won if I played it better, and I just played it horrible. We see the Kommo-O in the lead, and I see Kommo-O in the lead like very like I just like it. It's just so good for me because you see my team. We have a Warrain in the lead. Warrain Ice type. Like Dragon types don't really want to face that. We have 2 Fairy types in the back who both resist both of his moves, and even the Tapu Lele resists like the close combat twice. Like Tapu Koko, like yeah, in general, the Kommo-O will not have like any play at all against us. We see here we can just go into our Tapu Koko farm down. My opponent goes into the Kommo-O again, and we're just gonna go for the Brave Bird. If he wants to shield, he can shield. My opponent decides to swap into the Registeel without me even seeing it. That's insane. But we can go for a Thunderbolt again, and I am fine here still. Like, okay, he caught the Brave Bird, and now, like, what does he want to do? We can just go for the Warrain and goes for some nice Icicle Spears here, and there's not a lot my opponent can do. We're just gonna spam this. I know that my opponent has Kommo-O in the back, and we can go into our Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele completely hard waltzes. I make a screenshot here for Twitter as well. And I'm just gonna be able to farm all the way down because this is like basically the matchup you never want to see, but you would never expect to see for Tapu Koko. I'm so sorry. I always say Tapu Koko to Kommo-O, I have no idea why. Don't mind me. We see a Warrain again in the lead here. We see that we can go for an Earthquake. I think I go straight for the Earthquake here. Yeah. Against like the Shadow, I usually want to bait. Against the normal, I usually go for the Earthquake, and this pays out pretty well. And my opponent goes for the Earthquake as well, so we are on equal turns again. I think I got 1 free turn in there, which is okay for me. And we can go for the bait. My opponent, yeah, didn't shield there. I did shield there, I mean. And they don't bait me, which is very good. And now we can go for the Earthquake. Have a lot of energy stored already above that, so my opponent does let it go. We win this lead matchup, and we see the Ascav coming in. And this is a problem because Ascav is, yeah, like you don't really have anything to hit this. Like it doesn't really care about confusion damage, it doesn't really care about volt switch damage. But my opponent goes for a Draw Run, and this is a mistake because we resist the counter damage twice on our Tapu Lele. And they have to go for another Draw Run. I should be able to farm down with my Tapu Koko now, hopefully. And my opponent swaps out just in time before the Volt Switch KOs him. And this is actually going to be important, as you're going to see later. We're just going to go for the move, which is fine. My opponent throws before I can get to my Earthquake. I thought I could get the Earthquake in time, but I couldn't. So I'm just going to spam now the Icicle Spears. And I have to get to like a move prior to him getting into his S-Cav, or hope that he doesn't get to another move with his S-Cav, otherwise I have a problem. But my opponent places are very smart and goes now into his S-Cav, gets the extra counter through, and wins this match by a 1 Draw Run here against our Tapu Koko. Good game there, well made by my opponent, saving this S-Cav because he knew he needed it for the end game, so very smart there with 1 HP and a Dream. We see the Giratina and the Greedent. I should have swapped here out already, I think. That was not the smartest idea. But we can just go for the Icicle Spears and we should be able to put some pressure on this thing. And we're gonna go into Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko can take at least 2 body slams, I think, even though we're like the squishiest one alive. But we should be able to take at least 2 of them. Just barely though. And what I hope here is that my opponent doesn't shield this. Please don't shield this, please. And he doesn't, which is very important. Because now we can realign. We see that it is Dragon Breath, which is very cool for us. We still go into our Walrein here because we do more damage with the Icicle Spear. And my opponent catches on the Registeel. And I make a bigger mistake again, other than the lag here that I get anyway. I'm gonna try to bait him here, and this was not the smartest idea I've ever had. So yeah, like look at this please. Yeah, he doesn't care about an Earthquake. Does he care now about an Earthquake? I mean, it would do a lot of damage. No, he doesn't care about an Earthquake. I'm just gonna have to shield it up now, and I'm just gonna stay true to myself, and I'm just gonna go still for Icicle Spear because like, why not? And yeah, this is gonna be an awful match, and we can go for the Earthquake now at least. Maybe we can KO him. We have to see. We cannot because my opponent just gonna shield this one, of course, now. And he can KO me with a Focus Blast. And now we're in a bad spot. We can go into our Tapu Lele, but we have to go for a Moonblast against the other thingy, and I don't think we even, like, actually get, okay, we didn't even throw this. It wouldn't have KO'd anyway because of the Zap Cannon, so it's fine. Like, if I just went for the Earthquake immediately, I would have won this game, but of course, you never know. Again, Kommo-O here, and this time I don't say Tapu Koko to it, which is nice. But yeah, Kommo-O against us has no chance. We see the... Actually, I think it's the same team that we faced prior. I think it was also the Talonflame Safe Swap. We can let one move go through here. It's a Flame Charge. And he gets another move off, which is fine. We can shield this. And against Kommo-O, we either get the shield back or, like, I don't know, whatever. And what I'm actually doing here is something risky, I think, if I remember correctly. Because I know that he knows that I either have Dazzling Gleam and the other move, like whatever it's called, he's gonna shield anyway. So I was thinking I'll most likely survive a Dragon Claw here, don't I? Yep, I'm a Fairy type, double resisted, going for the Brave Bird, and boom, bye bye. And we see the Ferrothorn coming in, and this is basically the core breaker for the entire team. Very nice, isn't it? But yeah, here comes a Walrein into play. It's basically the strongest, like one of the strongest ones right now. It doesn't really care about like having a Steel Grass type against them. Yeah, it doesn't really care about it too much because we also have our Tapu Lele, which gets the shield here. I only put this Tapu Lele into this matchup right now just to get rid of his energy, which worked pretty well. He's out of energy completely now, like he's at 0. He just went for double Power Whip. There's nothing he can do anymore. And this Icicle Spear should be able to KO my opponent. Good game there. And into the final match, which I think was my favorite match. We have Giratina in the lead. That was fine for me. We see the Talonflame coming in. We usually just go for one Icicle Spear here. And we just gonna let this go. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this go. Like usually when they swap in, they will never go for the Brave Bird anyway because it's not really worth it for them. And I should be able to get the shield here from them, which is also cool. And then I can swap out into my Tapu Koko and farm all the way down. I should have got an extra Volt Switch in there, but the game is the game. So yeah, it's kind of annoying and didn't really matter at all actually. Like it doesn't matter. he would have got, or actually maybe, I think he would have maybe got one less move in. We see the Registeel coming in here, which is very good for me because this is where I want the Registeel against my team. Registeel completely wrecks me. But Tapu Koko comes in clutch here right now with the Thunderbolts, getting him really low, and this is all I need. I can let it go. I resist all the moves from the Registeel anyway. He goes for the Zap Cannon and goes now into the Giratina. We swap into our Walrein, and what I have to hope here is that my opponent gonna shield the next move. It's a Shadow version. I have to land the Brave Bird, the Moonblast against him, and we get the shield here, and he has to still throw against me, which is very, very nice. And now we actually get a little bit lucky, I think. Going into the Tapu Lele, sadly it's of course Shadow Claw. We see that our health goes down very fast, and we can still take one. I wanted to go for the Moonblast here, my opponent tried to catch, didn't work out, and we can go for the Moonblast now, KOing with 1 HP in a Dream. Thanks for watching, see you next video, have a great rest of your day, and bye.